All right, this next story is set to usher us into the final part of this particular broadcast. It's all to do with pastoralists who are surviving drought in some of the drought-stricken areas. Well, my name is Jesse Rogers, but listen to this. The pastoralists residing in northern Kenya have endured the harsh realities of drought, which have resulted in significant losses as their animals succumb to the unforgiving conditions. As they recover from their losses, the pastoralists have now embarked on vaccinating, treating, and boosting their animals that had been weakened by the harsh climatic conditions. We leave you with this story prepared by Bildin Waliola.
Pastoralists living in northern Kenya have endured drought that has left them counting losses after most of their animals succumbed to drought. Among these resilient pastoralists are the Rendile and the Samburu, who rely on cattle, goats, sheep and camels for their livelihoods. They lead a nomadic lifestyle, constantly migrating in search of water and pasture to sustain their livestock. After enduring 4 years of persistent drought, the much-awaited rains have finally arrived and many herders have returned to their grazing lands. However, their livestock are weak and in the process of recovery, with some falling ill. In light of these circumstances and the onset of rains, though not sufficient, the pastoralists are now taking stock of what remains of their herds. One vital step they are taking to ensure the survival of their animals in the current weather is by treating the sick ones and vaccinating and deworming the healthy ones. Before the treatment and vaccination takes place, a word is put out through village elders and chiefs, calling on all the pastoralists to come with all their goats, camels and cows in a designated area, mostly under a tree or a water point.
What we have been doing is that we treat small stock, the sick animals only, but we deworm all the species, but only treat clinical cases. For now, for the last 5 days, we have dewormed more than 16,000 sheep and goats. That is in Balah area and Rongumo and Ongeli Bohol, the site where we are in now.
The frequently treated disease here are snake bites, and since animals are far in the grazing fields, commonly referred to as fora, the women will come for the drugs, get instructions from the vet, then they will send the drugs to their husbands and boys who are herding away from home.
The disease conditions we tackle are trypanosomiasis. Those are a condition caused by biting insects, especially the Stomoxys species. Also, internal abscesses caused by stomach problems. Also, we also treat disease skin conditions like sarcoptic mange. We treat also the eye infections using the eye powder. So we treat many disease conditions, though we cannot accomplish the whole of this. We cannot sustain the whole population of camels we have in Kor.
This area has only one veterinarian taking care of thousands of animals, and to fasten the process, the community members have stepped in to help when needed, especially in deworming and identifying the sick animals.
We had a lot of pasture shortage and water shortage. So the internal parasites, those are the worms, have taken advantage. So our animals had a lot of worm burden. So that's why we have brought this drug of choice, the Levavas diamond, to treat these animals. And this is a broad spectrum dewormer, which caters, because we are just after the rain season, which caters for liver flukes, which is more rampant during the wet season, and the lungworms, and the armyworms, and the liver flukes. which are more prevalent after the rain season.
Other community veterinarians who have received specialized training also come on board to offer support as the vaccination takes place.
This treatment of animals will guide us because animals will be healthy and the duration of the productive season will be long.
You know, I'm working with those who are helping me are kabaus, community-based animal health workers. And for professionals like me, we are very few. So in a good day, we can deworm and treat about 5,000 in each venue. That's about 10,000 in a day.
Women, children, and men will bring all their herds to the veterinary outreach. One by one, the goats will get dewormed, the sick will get treated, and to avoid confusion, they will get marked to showcase they've already received treatment. Since the drought affected the feeding patterns of the animals, pastoralists were privileged to get supplements and nutrients for their camels and cows to boost those that were emaciated.
Wakati ile ukame ilikuwa imekonda kabisa mpaka ikakuwa na nini kitu ikona kwa mdomo sijui inaitwa kwa Kiswahili inaitwa nini hiyo. Hiyo ndio sasa imeleta mpaka ikaanza kukonda kabisa kwa ukame. Saa hii ndio mkileta hii dawa ndio sasa tunaona tunafaidika. Hii dawa saa hii ulidunga hii ngamia yote ndio sasa inatusaidia.
Treating camels poses a significant challenge for veterinarians as confining these large animals requires extra assistance. For instance, one camel at the outreach had been suffering from a snake bite wound for a fortnight, causing great concern for its owners who feared losing their valuable animal.
Camel is a very unique animal, and you cannot treat camel just anywhere. You only treat a camel inside a boma or an enclosure or in a watering point where they come and aggregate together.
After the outreach, the pastoralists also get a chance to get information on how to better care for their animals.
Kupe ndio inasumbua sana. Inaingia hata macho, inaingia mpaka hapa yote mwili, natakana ioche na iweka hata hiyo ioche hata kwa macho.
In this vet outreach, we were distributing audio Bibles, and we distributed over 300 audio Bibles to the herders that are very hard to reach.
The Tirim Trust organization conducted the outreach project benefiting pastoralists from Rendile and Samburu in Marsabit County. For these nomadic communities, their animals are everything, and ensuring the well-being of the animals is equivalent to taking care of themselves.
This year, we have vaccinated over 45,000 shots, over 15,000 camels, several donkeys, and we have really come alongside the pastoralist nomadic into what they care most. This year we have even exceeded our target.
Pastoralists have suffered immensely from the loss of their livestock due to drought, but they also grapple with the devastating impact of diseases on their animals. The struggle is compounded by lack of knowledge on diseases and also lack of access to veterinary services. But between all this, there's a glimmer of hope brought by animal outreaches like the one here in Kor Marsabit. Building Waliaula KTN News.